Okay, today, when I graded the quizzes, it became apparent that we needed a little bit more help with standard deviation. So today I'm going to take one more day to work on standard deviation. Now this week, we've got a test at the end of the week. We're going to round up this chapter and be done with it. So there's really no new, this is the only teaching you're going to see from me this week because it's a lot of review, so that you can take your test on Friday and do a great job. But anyway, let's look at standard deviation. So here I have a list of numbers. Now, I know what you're thinking, Miss Langford, what happened to your whiteboard? Well, see, what happened was when I left my classroom, I took 2 markers with me. I should have thought. So yeah, 2 weeks later, markers are gone. I'm gonna have to go get a few more this weekend, but until then, we will use this. So I have this set of numbers, 14, 13, 20, 22, 18, 19, 13. And I need to find the standard deviation. So step 1 to find standard deviation is to find the mean or the average. So I say 14 plus 13 plus 20 plus 22 plus 18 plus 19 plus 13, all divided by the number of numbers there are. And so there are 7 numbers. So that's step 1. When I add all these up, I get 119. And when I divide that by 7, I get 17 as my mean. Okay, with me so far? That's the mean. Now, after that, I have to take the difference between the mean and every single one of these numbers. So the difference between 17 and 14, the difference between 17 and 13, the difference between 20 and 17, the difference between 22 and 17, the difference between 18 and 17, the difference between 19 and 17, and the difference between 17 and 13. It's tedious, I get it, but it's what we do. See all that? So I'm finding the difference between all those. So step 1, find the mean. Step 2, find the difference between each data set and the mean. So let's do that subtraction. We got 3, 4, 3, 5, 1, 2, 4. Okay, so that's what I get when I find the differences. So step 1, find the mean. Step 2, find the difference. Step 3, square all those differences. So 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16, 3 squared is 9, 5 squared is 25, 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, and 4 squared is 16. So that's step 1, find the mean. Step 2, find the difference. Step 3, do the squares. Okay? Step 4 is to add up all these squares. So we say 9 plus 16 plus 29 plus 25. I'm just going to kind of dot this. When I add all those up, I get 80. Okay? And then I'm going to divide by the number that there are. There are 7. 80 divided by 7. Okay? 80, I did not do the math ahead of time. Ooh. 80 divided by 7 would be like 11.4-ish. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. It's 11.4-ish, okay? I'm going to have to check afterwards, but we'll see. 11.4, this number right here, this is called the variance. This is the little symbol that we use for it. This is the variance, 11.4. When you do your IXL today, they're going to talk about variance. That's this. The last step is to take the square root of that, the square root of 11.4, and again, should have had a calculator and figured this out before, but the square root of 11.4 is going to be between 3 and 4, and it's going to be closer to 3 than it is 4, so probably about, I don't know, let's say 3.3. Okay, again, that's a guesstimate. You do it perfectly. But the standard deviation of this is 3.3. So the variance is 11.4, the standard deviation is 3.3. So let's walk through those stages or steps one more time. Step 1, find the mean. Step 2, find the difference. Step 3, square those differences. Step 4 and 5, if you didn't notice, you're taking the mean of these numbers. You add them all up and divide by the number. And that gives us the variance. Step 6-ish, take the square root, and that gives you the standard deviation. Hope you have a great day.